Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Right now we are going to be making some chicken lasagna, okay? We're going to use some peas and carrots. Some Velveeta cheese. You can use American, use whatever cheese you have. That is 3 chicken breasts, 2 cans of the cream of chicken, lasagna. We're going to use some milk, and we're going to use some of this seasoning. Let me set up and I'll be right back. There you go. Okay, so what we're going to put in here is about 2/3 of a cup of milk. Whole milk is just fine, okay? If you want to use a different kind of milk, use whatever you want, okay? Then we're going to put in the cream of chicken, and we're just going to let these two combine, okay? Get to know one another and become friends like they always do, or like they always should. And then I'm going to also put a little bit of that seasoning in here. This is when you want to season it up a little bit, or not, completely up to you, okay? So we're going to put in both of these cans, and then just let them do what they do, okay? We are making a real nice cream sauce here. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Let these two come together. Let this come to a little bit of a boil. So I'll say about 5 minutes. I'm going to put a little bit of this seasoning in there. And I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, after a good about 7 minutes of simmering, you can see the consistency of this. Okay? It's almost like melted cheese. Is the best way to describe the consistency of this. Let me see if I can show you a little bit better. You see that? Okay. So what we're going to do at this point is we're going to go ahead and get that bag of frozen peas in there. Pea overboard! We're going to get those peas in there. You can almost eat this by itself. Make your little carrot and pea soup. There you go. There you go. There's your carrot and pea soup. But on this one, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get that chicken in there. Okay? And that is 3 chicken breasts that I cut up. 3 chicken breasts. And we're just going to go ahead and get this in here and get this stuff all, woo, look at that. Probably should have used a bigger saucepan, but she didn't. Okay, so I'm just going to stir this up and let this go for about 5 minutes. And then we're going to start assembling this, okay? So I'll be back. All right, keep it in mind while you are cooking your filling for this lasagna. This is my spray that I tell you about all the time. I'm going to spray the bottom of this pan. But while you cooking that and everything, be mindful that you need to get those noodles going, okay? Be mindful to get those noodles going. You know, you want them waiting for you instead of you waiting for them. I've said it a million times. Okay, let me show you this real quick. Here is my mixture. Now, before you take this off the stove, make sure that you season this up just the way you like it to your liking. I added some more Mrs. Dash to mine because I wanted it to have a little bit more flavor. So, I added some Mrs. Dash, I added a little bit of basil, and I added some onion salt. And then I added some more of that Trick Daddy. Because this is the only time you're going to season this. Okay? So put in what you want, but this is the time to taste it. Taste it right now because you don't want it to be bland, okay? Or you do. Completely up to you. I don't. Okay, so now we're going to start the assembling process. We're going to put just a little bit of this in the bottom. I'm not going to put a whole lot, just a little bit. Because I want to make sure I've got plenty for all my layers. So we're not going to put a whole bunch in the bottom. Just a little bit. Okay? And then we're going to start the assembly process. There is 1 lasagna, 2 lasagna, 3 lasagna, 4. All right. I'm going to overlap these a little bit because I want to put in 4. There you go. And I mean, do what you want to do. your pan, your rules, okay? And then we're gonna slather this all over. Look at that. And then on the vegetable front, use whatever vegetables you want to use. It does not have to be peas and carrots. That's what I prefer. That's what my family loves. And I say it all the time. Do what you and yours love. Do what you all feel comfortable with. Make it the way you want to make it. Okay? All right? And this is what mine loves. They loves it. They love it just like this. Okay? And then we're going to put in another layer. But before we do that, here comes the cheese. Yup. This is what I'm talking about. We're going to put that cheese in there. And you can use shredded cheese. You absolutely can. But for this particular recipe, I do not. This is how I make it. You can make yours any way you want. I'm just showing you how I do mine, okay? And there we go. And then what are we going to do? Go in with some more of those noodles. And like I said, I'm going to overlap mine a little bit so I'll get that those four noodles rather. Just a little bit. This is such a delicious recipe. If you've never tried it, if you've never had it, this is the time to do so. Okay? This is so yummy. All right. We're going to put in some more of that good old filling we have here. And we're going to bake this on 350 for about 30 minutes. Okay? Look at that. And we're going to cover this as well. In the last 10 minutes, we're going to uncover it. All right? You can do as many layers of this as you want. I'm not making a big one because I've made several items for this week. And this is just a little something extra. Okay? Look at that. Doesn't that make you want to just try a little bit of it? Look at that. This is really good. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of this in here. Because there's not very much of it left. And I'm just going to layer it out. This is so good. I'm telling you. This is a must-try recipe. Okay? So now I'm going to go in with that cheese again. There we go. Then I'm going to put a final layer on here with the cheese. All right, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Mommy duty. Mommy's job is never done. Okay, so we're going to go back in with that final row. And another way that you can do this to make this a little sturdier when you're making it is to cut your pieces and have a row going this way and then another row going that way as you're building it. And it makes a difference when you're doing what you do. Okay, so push that down a little bit, just a little bit. And then I'm going to go in with that final round of cheese. And like I said, I'm going to cover this up with foil. I'm going to put a little extra row of cheese on this. I hope I opened up enough slices. If I didn't, I'll get some more. Okay, so I'm going to go across with 4 here. And this Velveeta cheese is really good. But if you prefer American, use what you know. Use what you like. I think I am going to get a couple of more slices. I'll be right back. Okay, here I go. Adding more cheese as if it needs it, right? I just want to fill in every little piece. I do. So there we go. We're done. All right, so I'm going to put this in the oven for 30 minutes. I'm going to put a piece of foil over it, put a little venting action on top of it. You know, poke a couple of holes in it. Just 1 in each corner. 4. That's all you need. You don't have to poke holes through the whole thing. I'm going to put some foil on it, poke a hole in each corner. And that's it. I'm going to bake it for 350, on 350 for 30 minutes. Then I'm going to come back and take it off, and I'll show you that then. I'll be back. All right, this is what it looks like after 30 minutes in the oven with foil on. Now, I did sprinkle it with parsley for the pretty effect. So now I'm going to put this back in the oven for another 5 minutes to let that cheese continue to do what it do. I'll be right back. All right, chicken lasagna is done. Yes, it is. I make chicken lasagna several different ways. This is the way that my daughter wanted it this time, and here we go. Here we go. I baked it in the oven for 30 minutes. Then I took it out with the foil off for about 10 minutes. And this is what we get. However, I will say this. You won't have so much of that fallout if you let it sit a little while longer. My daughter got a little impatient, so here we go. She gets it. All right? Things made easy with Gigi all day, every day in this kitchen. This is what we're doing. It is. Please like and subscribe. Feel free to share and comment. And I'll see you on the next one. Everybody be blessed and stay safe. All right. Bye-bye.